streaming like Central Command, man, almost like I'm at John's house, almost. Yeah, it's looking a little cloudy. Just little clouds though down here, and you can see them. Just watch out for the rocks and those clouds. That's all I can say.
Call that a non-precision approach, right?
My wife's laptop browser timed out. I had to refresh it. Okay, deductions. And still, Jay's speed is better than mine. There's no advertising. And it's bigger, too.
Yeah. I'm just gonna...
Oh, yeah.
Next week I'm gonna be at Twitch as well.
Okay, yeah, me too. So I'm on holidays after next, so we gotta really explore them.
Actually, the first thing I went to, and I set this up, was Twitch, but for some reason we couldn't make any account because the website was down. So I just went over to Ustream. So Twitch was my first choice. It didn't work out.
Well, one of the bright spots about this test is we've discovered that now.
Yeah.
And even if Twitch is going to turn into advertising, at least they're not yet.
Break. Cover the just after take right now heading 355. It's going to maintain 15,000.
355 and 15,000.
We're going to 375 after the BLB orbit right turn 016.
Okay, after Bella VOR heading 015 November Delta 375.
Good on my TV upstairs because I got an MDI for MDI cable set up the big screen from the computer. I'm gonna be watching this on the big screen. Oh, this is got so many possibilities. I like the little, box of 4 screens streaming our Sunday events. That's so cool.
No, I have to, I have, how do you call it? I
have to switch a button.
No, it's Ian, it's in the code.
Oh, right, okay. You have to put a frame in the code so that you can have a URL which is get pasted into the frame so we can see it.
Yeah, I put that in, but once we are done, I mark it out so you won't see it. So
which makes sense.
Yeah, because otherwise it's going to stay there all week and nobody streams. So that's why.
No, that's fine. That's perfect. You turn it on and off at will. That's great. But so, Mike, you think you'd be able to actually put, like box these video streams so they're the same size and they all fit kind of into one page?
Yeah, but of course. What I did now is just put them underneath each other. So the one, the first one in the center, then the other one under that. But what I can do is make a table, for instance, and put how many you want. I can put in there with the same size.
Yeah, that's so cool. Well, and obviously the bigger the better, but you could open up one of them, any one of those windows, and make it bigger, I guess. I'm assuming in a separate window. It's just so going somewhere.
Yeah, but that is basic HTML coding, so that's quite easily done.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so because once I get myself set up, then I'm controlling, and I can show these views like radar views and tower views as they're taxiing and approaching and stuff. That's pretty neat.
Oh yeah.
I've been wanting to show these views because they look great. Right now I'm in Sion looking out from the tower view with my binoculars going, you guys are so freaking bad. No, I meant you will so enjoy this approach. But I'm watching your streams, and this is the cool part. Is that I know where you guys are. Hello, you're flying over. I can look out your window, and you see everything you're doing is so neat.
But have you got to position yourself at see on the frequency?
Well, who's handing off to who? Handing off to
you. I'm handing off to you, yeah.
I'm all over.
Once you're almost up to Freeborn, it's a long way down. You're very close to Freeborg. That's the FRI VOR there. It's not very far from where my daughter lives. Yeah. That's right, yes. Sion's only a 20-minute drive. Oh, it's beautiful.
I even have a clip of that. 3 of us sitting in the car.
Yeah.
And driving on the highway, in between the mountains.
Don't like the songs like, wow, so it's so beautiful. I can't believe it's so sunny above the clouds.
River 375 centre, make left turn, now heading 335.
Left turn 335, November 375.
And 375, send and maintain 11,000.
Okay, copy 11,000, but I'm concerned about the mountains here. I think that would put me right on them, right below the mountain tops. I like to remain at 16,000.
Roger that. As far as I recall where you are, that 11 size should be okay, because the intercept for the ILS is 10,000. So still, anyway, pilot's discretion. You've got a visual approach.
Roger, I'm flying at night, so the terrain isn't that visible. At Sky Vector, they said the safest altitude is 15.8, so I'm at 16,000. It's not much of a margin there.
Nobody said this airport was going to be easy.
Me too. Offline flight.
And we've got 375 left now, 90.
Say again, or 375.
375 turn left, 290.
290,
Yeah.
375.
Approach is waiting for handoff here. I got it.
And we've got 375 when you made that turn. You could contact C on approach, 118.27.
Okay, I can do that now. Going to Xeon approach, say on approach, whatever. 11827, November Delta 375. Thank you, good day.
And Papa Hotel 105, E2 left and down 290.
290, 10.
That's people 967. You contact C on approach, 118.27.
Setting to 12,000, not below, November Delta 375.
And 375, course correction, make heading now 270 on that descent for straight approach runway 25. You have weather information, Sierra, 1750.
I thought it was Victor, but I know I do not have information Sierra, November Delta 375.
Alright, at Sion, weather information at 1750 Zulu. I'm not sure if that corresponds, but it's going to be Sierra. Winds 2603 knots, few clouds 3,000, scattered 65,000, sorry, scattered at 3,000, scattered at 6,500, broken at 10,000. H1009er runway 25, offset ILS approach.
Okay, 375, copy your information, Sierra.
375 with that, continue your number 1 for approach runway 25, ILS 108.35. Remain on that descent at this time, and we'll get back to you shortly.
Okay, copy the frequency 10835, number 1 for the approach runway. Oh, what was the runway? 375.
25.
Runway 25, November Delta 375.
See an approach 105 is with you. Flight level 150.
Pablo Hotel 105, continue approach descend now through to 8,000, sorry, make that 12,000 feet.
12,000 feet, 105. Yeah, thanks, because I see the mountains very close.
Yeah, not below 12,000. Pablo Hotel 105.
Roger.
November Delta 375, clear to intercept ILS runway 25, contact tower on this frequency, fully established.
Roger, clear for the intercept, runway 25, we'll call back this frequency to tower, and full established, November Delta 375.
Speedbird 967, go ahead. Speedbird 967, continue your approach on your own navigation at this time. Currently number 2 for approach.
Tower, November Delta 375, full established on the localizer from runway 25, Xeon.
Hello, 375, Xeon Tower. Radar contact, continue that approach for runway 25 and report runway in sight.
Roger, continue approach, and I'll report when runway is in sight, November Delta 375.
Papa Hotel 105 approach, slight left turn heading 275 for approach, ILS runway 25, frequency 108.35, your number 3.
Number 3 and 108.35 for the ILS, turning 275.
Speedbird 967, continue approach number 2, your discretion, right hand turn, intercept ILS runway 25, contact tower this frequency when established.
Approach 105 is definitely gonna descend to 8,000 feet right now, or actually 6,000. I'm just going to continue the valley here. I have plenty of visibility.
Papa Hotel 105, roger that. Continue on that heading and course. Look good. You are number 3, contact tower 1 established.
Number 3, my contact tower 1 established. 1 second.
Getting 10 miles out, I still can't see the airport because cloud cover. Passing through that cloud layer now.
And you're flying at night too, aren't you? You're a brave man.
Yeah, I can see the dark silhouettes of the mountains on each side.
Man, I wish I was in your co-pilot seat right now to witness this.
Cyan Tower, November Delta 375, runway in sight.
Hello, 375, roger that. You've cleared land number 1. Winds 260 at 3 knots.
Okay, clear to land, runway 25 with the information Sierra, November Delta 375.
Below 10,000.
And 375 advised, if you do a short field landing, you'll be vacating to the right. If you end up going long, it'll have to be to the left.
Roger, understood, 375. I was really concerned about the ILS approach here, because I was waiting for a takeoff with AI traffic on an offline flight here, and I watched them fly right into the ground.
Yeah, it's about now. You need to go manual. As we were there, some roger that missed approach. Plant 11,000, come back to departure on this frequency. Sorry, contact approach on this frequency.
Hey, hi Griff, welcome aboard. Load up in your internet browser the UKVC website and look below for the stream is coming down.
Roger.
You can listen in and watch the action. These guys are trying to land and see on in cloud cover.
At night.
Oh dear.
105 tower, 105 picked up the localizer for the runway at Sion. I'm just going to continue here at the valley. I'm quite low, so I should be able to make it.
105 at roger that, to currently number 2. Keep me informed.
Number 2, roger that. I'll keep you informed. I know the area, so I knew what to expect.
It's not his first time here.
Ah, 375, welcome to Sion. Vacate to the left, contact ground this frequency.
Roger, to the left, contact ground this frequency, November Delta 375.
Hey, I love that radar on your stream, Jay. You saw the weather on there. That's frickin' spectacular. Oh, was it? Oh, yeah, those are the high mountains beside you. Oh, more spectacular. There's rocks in those clouds.
Those are the rock. Okay, ground, November Delta 375 is cleared to act, ready for taxi, and I'm on the other side of the terminal, so I know I'm going to have to hold short on runway 20 for the cross.
Roger that, clear the taxi back, turn to your left, follow the taxiway, and then we'll advise when you can cross the active.
Roger, 375. Actually, I thought the bottom of the cloud layer is a little lower than it turned out to be. So there is plenty of visibility once you break through that, if you have that problem of the cloud layer.
Tower 105 is the runway inside.
105, roger that, you're clear to land. Number 1 this time, winds 261 at 3 knots.
Clear to land number 1 and copy to weather 105.
Don't forget about Gentleman Jay.
I handed them over to you, goodness sake.
A while ago, you should have.
I did.
He's not with me.
I said for him to contact approach on this frequency.
Oh, he never contacted me. Okay, just track him down the timeline. Alright, Speedbird 967, this is approach. I'd like for you to enter the right downwind, runway 25. You're number 2 at this point for approach.
Sion Tower, November Delta 375, setting short to runway 25 from the active on taxiway 3. And I see that you got a plane coming in, so I'll hold short here.
Yeah, 375, roger that. Hold that position.
Okay, 105, short final.
105, roger. If it's a short board landing, you'll be able to locate to the right.
Did right, 105.
Ian, could you move your aircraft over to the apron a little bit more? You're right on a taxiway.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just gonna touch down right where I had spaghetti back then. You remember that, Ian?
Again?
Alright, stand by one. Speedbird 967, see on approach. Not below 12,000 at this time. You got some big mountains coming up ahead of you. You have them in sight? Niner 67, roger that. Approved to 160, your discretion. We're going to try and bring in a right base, runway 25. Roger that. Niner 67, you're the only one up there at this time, so feel free to resume more navigation at time for a reattempt of your programmed or approach.
Hey, ground 105, runway vacated. Take to the right, by the way. I'm just gonna take the grass runway here to taxi.
Roger that, 105. I see different scenery to you, of course, especially not the one I gave you.
Sorry, say again?
Oh, do you have the special scenery for C1?
I had, yes, but this is a new installation and I tried to install it before we began, but it didn't work, so I need to figure that out.
105, roger that. Clear the taxi at your discretion. On some parking space.
Yeah, okay.
And we're at 375, you cleared across the app.
Thank you. Clearing, crossing active, November Delta 375.
Speedbird 967 approach, when you're making your next turn, just advise all turns on your approach. Roger that, 967, and continue approach.
Okay, ground 375 is clear of the active. I have traffic passing left to right.
375, roger that.
Nice ATR. No, I mean dash 7. Okay, 375, continue to taxi to parking. Okay, 375 on the blocks.
As we said, roger that. The shutdown, close your flight plan. It's past 8 minutes past the end.
Well, I'll leave the engines running, and I'll be closing flight plan 375.
I want 105 on the blocks. That was my last hop, by the way.
105, roger that. I thought you were on holiday, man.
I am. Yes.
Yeah, you old fart.
But I have kids that are running around my bed, at least one, at 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah, whatever. I'll already be at work. Okay, no. Oh yeah, half past 7, my time's different.
I told you about putting the Napoleon brandy in the final feed, didn't
I totally didn't get what you mean there.
I? If you put some brandy, some good Napoleon brandy in the last feed, your youngest, just sleeps on until about 10 o'clock.
Oh yeah, but I have a wife which disagree with that.
All you do is you gotta just let it.
And most women would disagree with that.
Or
Well,
it
it
depends if
works
she's
for mine
breastfeeding,
too.
she's gotta drink it first. Speedbird 967, continue that right turn for the straight approach, runway 25, contact tower on this frequency when fully established. Oh. Yep, I know you're making a hard turn. Make that turn 220 for straight approach, runway 5. You can descend at your discretion. Alright, and good luck.
Yeah, and by the way, I said this was my last stop. That didn't mean I went to go to bed, so I'm still going to be here.
No, I'm still
about your comment though.
Just yet, I have questions.
Yeah, I will be here, don't worry. Now, I'm just looking at Jay's stream, and I like the scenery stuff and the clarity of the scenery. It's awesome.
And well, and part of the stream too, Mike, that I kind of see is something we have to coordinate as well. On top of everything else I just used, it was we all only have the same library of aircraft out there, so sometimes it's a little tricky to show in the stream the actual aircraft the other guys got, right? So, especially when I'm using the tower view, nothing looks stupider than a Cessna 172 hovering 100 feet above the ground. I wish I could change that without making everybody do it manually.
Yeah, well, at least the people who are streaming do definitely need to have the same plane pack, so to say.
Yeah, and you just have to make it as best you can and as close to as you can. But it's impossible to get it perfect. But that big orange soar plane when Jay or somebody shows up with a 76 or 777, I always get that big orange plane, and I have to change it because I can't stand looking at it.
Yeah, you're right.
So when you're doing the streaming, I see, most of the aircraft today are looking real nice because obviously you did something.
Yeah, I installed the F-Sin pack, the MMP, whatever it is, or several packs actually. So.
Yeah, so my view is Sian. I had Ian down there in a fire truck while I'm up at the tower, good from another vantage point watching the landings. It's just have that streaming in one of the windows with a side screen of the navigator from my perspective. You know what I mean? Like that's a cool another window to have.
Yeah. Man, these mountains, Jay, they look awesome at your scenery.
Yeah, he really does. Actually, Jay, start looking out the window more. You're looking down at the cockpit way too much.
Look at that, man. That's almost photoreal. Yeah,
I know. Well, get her down and look out the window. I want to see the mountains. This is beautiful. Okay, there we go. Oh, look at the sun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it looks awesome. It looks awesome.
Now look at that detail. It's beautiful.
Speedbird 967 tower. Continue that approach. Report remain sight.
Yeah, from my ground perspective, I can see through the clouds way in the distance a mountain peak popping up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are descending to our destination. Please fasten your seatbelts and ensure all seats and tray tables are in the upright
Same
and locked
perspective I am,
position.
but looking down from the opposite end of the runway, I can see a mountain peak popping through a cloud on his approach.
Yeah, that's it.
That's nice.
Speedbird 967 tower. Roger that. Clear to land number 1. Winds 260 at 3 knots.
Descending below 10,000.
No, I'd be using the other tactics, the speed brakes, everything, which I usually avoid unless necessary. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure you do. Yeah, here I'd be using full brake the whole thing. Oh, this looks awesome. Stop
Mark.
looking at the gauges of them. That's what I've been waiting for.
Hey Mike, you remembered about the spaghetti. I just realised what you said.
Jesus Christ, that was half an hour ago.
It's time. These two haven't stopped talking. I couldn't get it in.
Yeah, I remember the spaghetti I had. Yeah, definitely. At the beginning of the runway there.
Yeah. Well, on my scenery, of course, that is the special scenery. That restaurant does appear.
Yeah, I know, because I had that too, but for some reason with this installation or instance on this new computer I haven't installed it back yet. And it didn't work out before the session, so but I probably did something wrong.
I want Jay's flight simulation program.
Well, because of the scenery.
Well, I just want Pmdgs now, and I want FSX, and I want the scenery, and I just want. Sorry, I'm whining. Just whining. I'm fine. Carry on. Yeah, but you know what? It obviously paid off because it looks great. Oh, that's probably me.
you're in a, like a cloudy lull zone.
Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain. Terrain, terrain, pull up. 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 Terrain, terrain, pull up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to
Terrain,
land.
terrain,
Please
pull
remain
up.
seated until we stop.
Terrain, terrain, pull up. Terrain, terrain, pull up. Caution, terrain.
Amazing how detailed this is. You see that little mountain that's to the right of the runway?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were watching that. That was quite visible when we were standing for a couple of hours watching the airfield there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Jay's view is just spectacular.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Terrain.
And John, if you could get it to look like this on your computer, I'm moving in with you.
Caution, terrain. Terrain, terrain.
That does not
pull
compute.
up. Terrain, terrain, pull up. Terrain, terrain, pull up.
Wow. No, because
Yeah,
I've flown into
you see the
it.
cars?
I've flown Sienna. Oh,
Terrain,
this looks
terrain,
really good.
pull up.
Yeah, this is definitely FSX. You see the cars on the highway?
Terrain, terrain, pull
And it's
up.
In
smooth
moving water.
because the way he's upstreaming it, like Jay, he's the king of the Twitch streaming right now. Jay, I'm nominating you as our director, the SHME, the subject matter expert in streaming for future reference.
Terrain, terrain, pull up. Terrain, terrain, pull up.
Oh, this approach looks okay. We'll shut up now. He's
pull
landing.
up.
Oh yeah.
Terrain, terrain, pull up. Terrain, terrain, pull up. Terrain, terrain, pull up. Terrain, terrain, pull up.
How neat is this? We can all watch him land with his view. It's awesome, isn't it?
It is.
I'm telling you, we're on to something here.
Yep.
Reversers engaged.
Because I have to switch back to my real-time view. It's just it goes down now, but in his streaming view, I get to watch it after the fact.
Same here.
Oh, it's lovely. And then I got my.
There's my KLM
It's
big
great.
job 767.
Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete halt and the captain has
Even
turned off
ice on the
seatbelt
runway.
sign.
That looks beautiful.
967 tower, you can vacate to the left. Whatever. 97, roger that. Clear to C2, the first point at which you can cross the active into the parking area. Take your word for it. I don't have the charts.
Nice, looking good for my view. Look how much it cleared up now. The clouds, everything's just, oh, the weather just changed. Now it's nice, clear skies, little puffy cloud.
Yeah, it's not as challenging.
Look at, no wind at all, visibility unlimited, few clouds at 6,700, and that's it.
Approaching 25.
Right after you guys went through the approach.
Approaching 25.
No, 97, roger that, cleared across the act.
Ooh, I think my tail's gonna be in your way there, Jay. Alrighty. Looks like you got steam engines for tires.
But Dave, I'm running out of time for this last leg.
No, that's okay. I didn't expect us to finish it. You know,
Oh, my
we'll
favorite
see what the
airport,
masses is. I
Innsbruck.
expected we need to just at least compile all of our data we collected today as far as the first test of a video compilation thing. So yeah, I'm okay with that too. I'd like to save this for the next and do maybe the same flight or close to it. Start from here and do this again in maybe a month.
You're going to disappoint John. It's Innsbruck's one of his favourites.
Oh no, we don't have to end here. If there's enough pilots, we'll maybe do a free flight.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, I think
you put
Mike's
the
probably
kids
going
in
to
bed,
be packing it in as well, but let's see.
I can imagine
finish this
Mike's
flight.
wife saying, "Hey, how come my kid is his nose is turning red?"
Well, you don't know my wife. Yeah. she's as big as I am.
Oh yeah, she's bigger than you, Joe. She could kick your ass. No, I know for a fact because I've met them both that Crystal is definitely bigger than John, and she'd kick his ass.
Roger that. 97 clear for the shutdown at 26 minutes past the hour.
Well, from my point of view, the rest of the world are dwarfs.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, and because I've met you guys personally, and I'm not a short guy. I used to be 5'10" and 3/4. Now I'm about 5'9". I'm not sure why. I guess it's an age factor. But shut the fuck up. I heard you laughing in the background. But when I was standing beside you guys, I'm looking up at you all the time. The only person I could look down on was my wife and Ian.
It's alright, mate. It's not your fault you're vertically challenged. It's alright.
Oh yeah, there's another one. Griff. I forgot Griff was there. Hey Griff, did you watch any of that?
Yeah, I was watching away.
Oh, okay. Did it like seem enjoyable to watch?
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice.
Because you can hear the real-time action, but see their perspectives.
Yeah, it was kind of cool, man. Kind of cool.
There we go. See, it's taken off already. So anyway, this is definitely something I think we should explore. So Ian, the very next window that's open for an event night, we're doing another one of these.
Roger that.
Well, you can consider the dangerous airport completed until further notice. I know we haven't really kept in that line of events. It's just kind of been trying to keep the crowded skies pushing and bringing stuff like this on the side just because, right? Anyway, that was a lot of fun, gentlemen. I think we learned a lot. Mike, I can totally see how, as you know where I'm going with this, that we can stream from the appropriate people. And something that you can, even if you're not a member and you just go to the website, you could see this multiple streaming and be able to go to, hey, I want to watch this guy for a while. I want to watch this guy for a while. But at the same time, but the sound thing would be an issue. Yeah, and that could be put into the channel descriptions, vice versa, whatever the case may be. Yeah, it opens up a nice opportunity to advertise our sessions and that sort of thing. So I think it's a good idea. I can definitely see, you know, I definitely have to download this Twitch. So if one of you guys could send me a link or just look, what is it? Just look up Twitch. I'll figure it out. Oh, okay, so I'm going to go through with you guys next time then. Well, no, I think we're going to go the direction of Twitch, I think, at this point, so until it gets oversaturated.
No.
Oh, sorry.
No. Let me explain it a little bit. It is like broadcasting to the radio. You have your capture device on your system, and you set it up to stream towards a server. And that server, in this case, is Ustream or Twitch. But so that's you're just renting a channel there, and because it's free, then you get all the adverts in between. But with your capture program, which in this case is OBS, what Jay is using, or XSplit, what I'm using, that's your capture program, which you need to install on your system.
Okay, now it makes more sense. I get you. So I have to have an actual capture program first of my screen in order to begin the broadcast, and that's another program itself. So
yeah.
Okay, it makes sense.
And if you want to open up a channel on a server, then you just go to Ustream or Twitch and register there. Then you get a channel for free, and then put that settings in towards your capture program, where it's directly streaming towards that channel you're renting, so to say. But I just recommend you using XSplit, because that does a lot of things automatically. Like the best settings you're available to do. It does just with one click. It counts it for you, so to say. And then with another.
I think we should. Yeah, the direction should be then. I think from our perspective is whatever's compatible that's going to work to do the multi-feed streaming to the website during our sessions. Whatever works best there.
You're not streaming on to the website. What you're streaming to your channel, which you are renting at Ustream or Twitch, and every other person does that the same thing. They have their own channels. And the only thing we do on the website is embed those links for those views of the channels.
Yeah, I get that. So that what I'm saying is that we should try and uniform that, the streams that you have to embed are compatible with little difficulty to the website, so they're user-friendly.
Yeah, that's only the appearance. The appearance Ian and I can do. How we arrange them on the website, if it's going to be next to each other or underneath each other, Ian and I can do. The only thing we need to have is the code from that channel, which you can generate automatically. So that's quite easy.
That's nice. Okay, so and then the other question would be, do they automatically come? They probably would default to sound on. Wouldn't that be like too many overlaps of sound? So like you could default it to no sound and then open the window if you want to listen. Or how would you work
No.
around that?
Normally within the embedded string or code, there is also an autoplay off or on button or code somewhere there. So that should be done.
Yeah, so you could send it initially as no sound, but if you want to hear the sound, turn it on.
I'm not sure of that, but it's it's very
Well, that's
easily,
something to explore down the road. If you know where I'm going, I'm just getting too excited about this now. And then, it's got so many possibilities.
Yeah, but it's quite easily done. If you guys already have a stream, like all of us here right now, we're with 5 or 6 people. For Ian and I, it's quite simple. We can do it in 5 minutes to put all those 5 streams in a table on the website.
Yeah, and that's what I'm opening up that window. That sure enough, at this point we're testing a session with video streaming, but there's no reason we can't have that happening every Sunday with whoever is available to throw it in there.
Yeah,
but you have to have it moderated and set up, obviously.
Oh yes, definitely. And what we can do is have a separate page on the website where all the streams are embedded already. So whenever you are streaming or you turn your button on for streaming or whatever, then people can have a look at that page. We don't have to do anything there.
In the table, so you'd have your own separate window that, oh, look, Jay's streaming today. And it could be any time of day.
For instance.
And all of a sudden it shows up. And then during an actual Sunday session, all of a sudden all those windows are populated because we're all flying. But on any given day, you could possibly pull up Jay flying, or Eric flying, or me flying.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but you have a stationary place to look at, and what we are referring to is having a separate page with all the streams, for instance.
Yeah, you see where I'm going with this? It just opens up a really neat attribute to technology today.
Well, it can all be done.
Oh yeah, sorry, we're in a session. I know some of these guys want to go, but I'm just so intrigued about the video thing we can do here and so forth down the road. So. Alright, what is the plan? I think, is Ian gone already?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Well, you see, because, thank you, Ian, for sticking it out for that last little bit. But yeah, you see where I'm going with this? It could be a neat thing.
Oh yeah, sounds cool.
So we are going to Innsbruck, huh?
Okay, who's all still going to fly? I could barely do it. Do we need a controller?
Me, myself, and I.
Well, I'm not. Well, that will be in the background. Yep, and a beer.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, looking forward to that.
Okay, tell you what, then I'll take you guys for the flight controller-wise, because it'd be too much hassle for me to switch over.
Before takeoff, we encourage you to watch our cabin crew display the safety features of this aircraft.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention to the cabin crew while we display the safety features and procedures of this aircraft.
Alrighty then, Speedbird 967, have your flight plan to Innsbruck, flight level 2 and 990. The waypoints filed. You'll be departing runway 25. Initial climb will be to 10,000 feet. Contacting departure, passing 2,000 above ground level.
If there is smoke in the cabin, the walkway emergency lighting will display display to the exits, which are located here and here. In case of an extreme emergency landing, you will be instructed to get into the brace position, which is executed by placing your head between your knees with your hands over your head. We would also like to remind you that all electronic devices should be turned off for takeoff.
And
that mobile
967
phones
Heavy,
must not be used for
read
the
back
duration
is
of the
correct.
flight.
Still information
Thank you
Sierra
for your
at
attention
Team
during
50
this brief
Zulu.
presentation.
No winds, QNH 1010. You still have that? Okay, 967, you're cleared to contact ground for the push and start. And 967, standby 1. Okay, 967, you're clear for the push and start for runway 25, contact ground, ready to taxi.
Clarence,
No,
November
November.
375 with information to Sierra. Flight plan to Innsbruck in the 767. I have the engines running. All I need is the push after clearance. 375.
November Delta 375, have your flight plan, you're cleared as filed. Flight level 210, direct or flight following, and departure runway 25, initial climb will be to 10,000 feet.
Okay, cleared as filed to Innsbruck. Runway 25 for departure, 10,000 for the initial. November Delta 375.
November Delta 375, read back is correct. Contact ground this frequency, ready for push.
Roger. Break ground, November Delta 375, ready for push.
And 375, stand by for the push and start. Aircraft to your right, I'm going to give them clearance first.
Roger, 375, standing by.
Speedbird 967, you're clear for the push and start, if not already.
Brakes off, here we go.
I know, I'm watching it. Awesome.
Ground, for information, that aircraft, 967, is 2 parking spaces away. I have plenty of room for my pushback with the tail left.
Yeah, roger that. Appreciate the heads up, because from my point of view, this big fat tail could be in your way, but you're right, you're cleared. November Delta 375, you're cleared for the push, and contact ground, ready to taxi. Runway 25.
Roger, clear for the push. We'll call back when ready to taxi 375.
Oh, I know. Speedbird 967, clear taxi to Ultra, runway 25, contact tower this frequency. No problem. We'll put that on your bill. Oh, you can easily afford this.
Stay on ground, November Delta 375, ready to taxi.
And November Delta 375, ground, you're cleared to taxi to hold short, runway 25, number 2 for departure.
Roger, runway 25, cleared to taxi, and number 2 for that departure, November Delta 375.
What is the approaching runway on Innsbruck? Runway 26, Dave?
That is affirmative.
Okay. Well, I got my
For now.
Yeah, I got my tower working, so I'm gonna set up the stream for the stationary
Oh, nice.
stuff.
Approaching.
Yeah, thanks, because I can't go there until they get about halfway. That'll help. Thank you. I can see what it looks like. Speedbird 967, taxi to position and hold.
On runway 25.
So, although I'm not connected, guys, I'm watching Jay's stream.
Yeah, roger that. Have a good night.
Will do.
Okay, sorry, got called away for a second. Speedbird 967, clear for takeoff, runway 25, wind arm. 0902 at 0 knots.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has advised that we are now clear for takeoff.
Stay on tower, November Delta 375, standing short, runway 25 at Alpha, West Sierra, ready to go.
November Delta 375, hold short, we'll get back to you.
Roger, hold short. Short field. Yeah, I'm thinking that the departure would include a left turn after takeoff.
Yeah, if we're professional enough. And break November Delta 375, taxi, position and hold.
Roger, 375, position and hold.
Speedbird 967, continue on navigation at this time. You're cleared through to your cruise at flight level 200. Oh, sorry, 290. November Delta 375, clear for takeoff, runway 25, wind 0, will be 3 at 0 knots.
Copy those calm winds and clear to go runway 25, November Delta 375.
Sowieso.
Yeah, looks good.
Having what I know what we should take on by Jay. You're really spectacular, aren't they, Jay? Yeah,
Oh, does it? I look good out the window.
brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But I've got to go, I'm afraid. Time's pressing for me, and you know I have things to do.
Yeah, roger that.
Yeah, certainly am. Good
That's
idea.
what
Take
sucks
it easy,
is
Ian.
to stay an hour longer than normal.
Cheers, Ian.
Here, John. See you next week.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
Yeah, and give Pam our love.
Will do.
Yeah.
November Delta 375 departure. Now you can, let's see, only you didn't file a flight plan. Direct. Let's see, right hand turn now, heading of 310.
Right turn 310 on November Delta 375. I'm at 5,000 right now, but climbing.
Well,
Actually, I'm going
to give them some altitude here in November. Delta 375.
No, not necessary. You got me going through a valley.
I thought so. I was hoping.
Can't make the turn right away, but I'll snake through this valley until I get to altitude. I'm at 300 right now, so not much. And 7,000.
And November Delta 375, continue to climb now through cruise flight level 210.
Roger, continue on to my cruising altitude 210, 375. Yeah, you thread the needle for me right there.
I was trying something new.
Just enough visibility to see those very sharp looking peaks.
November Delta 375, terrific. Make a left-hand turn now, heading out 200. Continue that climb to approval.
I don't understand the turn to 270. My flight plan is toward the right.
Your flight plan is direct from flight following. You have a request.
Yeah, I'd like to make a right turn to 071 degrees.
November Delta 375 declared to head requested heading, and once again clear to the cruise, flight level 210.
Roger, turning to 071, continuing my climb to flight level 210, November Delta 375.
Just messing with you. I was going to fly into J and try to make you guys collide. No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't.
Glad I foiled that plan.
It was about how many team cast alarms could I put on the session. I think I'll join Mike in Innsbruck and see what's going on over there. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, I flew from Innsbruck up to Salzburg. I've had some session, and they're very strict there. They actually wanted me to confirm that I knew the procedure to take off from Innsbruck toward the correct MDBs and what altitude to go by. That I just lied.
and you sold it. You sold it well, didn't you?
Yeah, gave me permission to take off.
Speedbird 9067, assuming you're going to make a right turn over that VOR.
Yeah, not too many nav aids to do a direct to, or a very direct path to Innsbruck. And the ones that are available, you get out of the mountain area, you know, and then back in.
Well, that's why I kind of confuse airport.
Hopefully not on a mountainside. Yeah, I gotta get off the bug of just sinking the time, because usually when I fly with you guys, it's gonna be at night anyways, in real time.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, and these kind of events, you almost want to adjust your time. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. It's where you are. I like the night flights too, but sometimes you gotta enforce it the daytime just to make it viable.
And pleasing to the eye.
Yeah, this approach looks rather interesting, and it's quite amazing. I'm looking at my view from a tower, as well as Mike's streaming view, and it's very, very close. Almost identical. See that apartment building right on the approach? Somebody's going to hit that.
Jay, you said you have that Innsbruck X scenery. On mine, that has this lighting that's inside the city that's bright, like strobe lights that point to the threshold of runway 26. Well, you'll find out on the stream. I'll find out because you can see the lighting day or night.
Okay, I need G to look out the window instead of at his instrument panel. That's better.
Pilot discretion is 5.
Sorry, I'm working off my wife's laptop. It's a little late.
Now you're lagging pretty far behind, Jay, so I slowed up to 290 knots indicated for a while. Okay,
I've seen what you've done, Mike.
Yeah, I think I'll install my weather on mine in the active sky. I think I have 6.0. Well, the X
Well
stands
done,
for
Mike.
10.
Nice job, Mike. I didn't see that. If you refresh the website, you'll see side-by-side shot now. Absolutely. It's going to have to be runway 26 ILS is 111.10 flux.
Just a little extra code thing, but I need to tweak it a little bit. Well, this was just an easy adjustment.
Oh yeah, and that is, you totally know where I was going with that. The window eyes, the streams, if we had more than a couple.
Oh yeah.
That's so neat. I see Jay's screen's always bigger, but I'm sure that's something you can work with.
No, that's the embedded code from Twitch, which is a little bit bigger. It has some width and height in that code, which is bigger than the Ustream. So once I get over to Twitch, which will be next week, I'll get the same size.
Okay, so I'm going to focus on Twitch as well for my side.
Yeah,
and
just to
keep
open
everybody
the
on the
channel.
same page.
Yeah, just go for Twitch and just register and have your own channel. And then with the program, the broadcaster program like XSplit or OBS, then you, well, it's quite easy.
Right. And this is sort of I love the direction we're going with this. That we do this on these special events where, you know, and we can just do it anytime, but you know what I mean. It's got possibilities.
Yeah, well, we can open up whenever we're live streaming. We'll open up the area where we have the live streams on the website, and with a click we have them activated, and then you will be able to see them. And then we have 4, 5, 6, whatever many streams we have.
Oh yeah, and then one, like I said, if I can set up something where I can stream the controller aspect of it, that's just another window somebody can go to. See from the airport perspective, right? Like, well, like I know where you're going with that with the tower.
Yeah, and if they are not connected to the session, they can open up their volumes and they hear whatever you are hearing as a controller.
Yeah, you can go to each channel separately. Hey, I want to follow Jay's flight. I want to follow Mike's flight. Or no, I want to follow the air traffic controllers. There's the option available.
Yeah, that's the stream, yeah.
That's so cool. Okay, we're on to something. Yeah, this one's going to bring in some pilots, man. So see that working.
Well, at least it's good for advertisement.
Taz is of the world, or even the grip, used to fly with this, I know he's still here. Hello. But you know what I mean? You start watching this stuff, it's like, okay, I gotta get my flights.
Well, it's like first you stumble upon somebody in wherever you're doing work or something like that, and you say, well, just have a look at our website and you know what we're doing. So that they can able to follow the stream and see what we are doing.
And you know what really got me started on this, Mike, was with the midweek adventure, I couldn't partake in the last one. And I knew, because I knew I was scheduled to be at work, but all I did was log into Pmdg.com, and I could watch you guys and listening to the adventure while I'm at work. And then, oh man, the shit hit the fan because I forgot I was at work. And a couple of trucks didn't get loaded in time. Oh, it was a disaster.
People standing next to you watching.
Oh,
You're
but
watching.
nobody knows but me. Speedbird and Air 67, you are on your own navigation for approach runway 6, Innsbruck. Continue on course, and you're cleared to descend at your discretion, not below 10,000 at this time. No, you're cleared to continue your flight plan as filed, not below 10,000. November Delta 375 showing you about 85 miles out of Innsbruck. Runway 26 in use. I believe, let me give you weather information. Have they given you that yet? No, I haven't. Weather information, India. At 1850 Zulu, winds variable, 2 knots, no thunder. Few clouds, 1500, scattered at 3000, broken 4500. Temperature 2, dew point -0. And the local QNH 1010. Landing and departing on runway 26. Atlas frequency 111.10. Advise initial contact if you have any information.
375 copy the information, India. Cope with that -0.
At least it's -1.
Glass half full, half empty. What do you expect? That could be -0, 0, or +0. Flight sim logic. Center, November Delta 375, still at 21,000. I'd like to get a lower altitude, no lower than 12.
And November Delta 375, you're cleared to descend at your discretion, not below 10,000 at this time.
Roger, pilot discretion, ascend no lower than 10,000, November Delta 375.
So, Mike, what do you have your time set to? 17 or 18 or 12?
1700. So.
Yeah, 1712 is what I got mine on as well. This looks exactly the same. And it looks sweet.
10,000, November Delta 375.
Now, if Jay would only lift his head up, he's always slumped over the joystick. He's had a couple too many cocktails.
Yeah,
Well,
let's comment about that track IR movement on that feed. Very nice.
Yeah, look up once in a while. Just show us that you're a human.
No, I think that's Flight Simulator, because when you use it in other programs like DCS, it doesn't do that.
Are you planning anything special when we get to our destination, Captain? You can come shopping with me if you want.
Yep. Yep. Roger.
Alright, November Delta 375, you're currently number 1 for approach runway 26. I'm going to put yourself on heading of 060 for the right downwind runway 26.
Okay, heading 060 for the downwind runway 26, November Delta 375.
Speedbird 967, your flight plan, is that going to bring you on the right downwind? Now, roger that. Speedbird 967, continue on navigation up below 10,000 till third back. Yeah, that's why I wish I could stream my view as well. In the future, this is interesting.
Not really. No, I'm out of it for quite some years now. On your stream. I hear it on your stream now. I heard myself commenting as well.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I muted the whole laptop. I grabbed my wife's laptop and I set it up beside me on Wi-Fi just to go to the website to look at the streams. But I muted the whole computer as opposed to muting just the individual streams. That's why I was asking the question about making send them via no audio unless you turn it on. Something to look at later.
Drop.
yeah, seeing it now. 12 seconds later. That's nice. Now see the stream. Trouble. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I know. I totally saw that.
Oh, flying over it, but I'm not through it yet.
And November Delta 375. And approach you can now descend at your discretion, not below 8,000 feet for right downwind runway 26.
Apparently the controller doesn't know this area as well as I do. 8,000 would definitely put me in the danger zone of the terrain. That is just right at the tops of the mountains, so I suggest no lower than 10,000 still, and continue my downwind for runway 26375.
And the pilot always has the final say. Well done. Well done. You are correct, and your discretion to the no lower than 8,000 feet for the right downwind runway 26.
Okay, when I get there, no lower than 8,000 for the downwind runway 26, November Delta 375. Ah, the clouds just popped in, and boy, those mountains look ominous.
That's why I said, your discretion.
No, I don't have terrain radar yet, but I'm just using the GPS for that. Right, it doesn't actually say what the altitudes are. Of course, that Sky Vector does, but I'll have to have that browser on all times to switch back and forth to see that. You know, the GPS doesn't have a good color code for the mountains. If you know that, you know how high they are.
Speedbird 967, continue your approach, number 2.
Okay, I think you're gonna beat me. Yeah, I got a visual on you coming up on my 930. for your information, controller, Dave, when I was flying Bat Sim, the exit for Innsbruck was that Rattenberg, and same thing to enter that valley. You're supposed to go over Rattenberg at 10,000.
Oh
And
yeah,
then after Rattenberg, you descend to
You should show
6,000.
me this. I knew there was a reason I wanted to come here. I wish I knew more detail. Yeah, I remember you showing me this and how effective that is. But yeah, I totally forgot that. So you guys are on your own. Watch out, there's rocks in those clouds.
You're in a better position than me since you're so high.
And 075 approved on your current heading. Announce any turns that you're about to make. Yep, announce it when it happens. Break November Delta 375. You're clear to descend your discretion now through to 8,000. Your number 1 or 2 for approach runway 26.
Roger, pilot discretion 8,000, 375. Okay, got you.
Continue approach runway 26. Speedbird number 67, roger that. Continue the descent down to 5,500. November Delta 375, you ready for an approach now to runway 26?
Negative, I'm still too high for that intercept on the flight plan. Currently at currently at 10,000, I'm going to descend to 8,000 as instructed, and I'll let you know when I'm at 8,000 for the turn, 375.
Alright, 375, you have traffic currently at your 10 o'clock. Awesome, in front of you, just above you. Report them in sight.
Okay, Roger, I'm in the clouds, but I see them on my radar. I'll keep an eye on them, 375.
November Delta 375, advise us when you're ready to turn right to runway 26.
Okay, we'll do 375. I do have that traffic in sight periodically through the clouds.
Speedbird 967, roger that. You'll be number 1 ahead of that traffic. Report ready for approach 26.
Okay, approach November Delta 375. I'm ready for that right turn direct Rattenberg, then Absam for the routing to intercept at ILS runway 26.
And November Delta 375, roger that. You're clear to make that turn and proceed on course for the intercept ILS runway 26.
Roger, 375.
Yeah, I just not turn it. Speedbird 967, looking good. Continue approach number 1, runway 26. Contact tower this frequency established on low ground. November Delta 375, you're clear for approach runway 6. Need further vectors at this time. You're number 2.
Roger, I'm good on the vectors. I can make it from here on those NDBs. Number 2 for the approach, and I'll continue my approach, November Delta 375.
That is affirmative. ILS is 111.10, approach course 261. You're not close enough, it'll come. Yeah, you weren't close enough. You're good. Mike, I'm amazed at how your streaming is so exact to what I'm looking at out my window there. That's nice. It actually works. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to these landings. Here they come.
Yeah, I'm just gonna mute myself on TeamSpeak and just gonna listen to my
The stream.
Yeah, that's probably not gonna work because otherwise I can't hear it. No, never mind. can do that with JStream and mute myself on TeamSpeak and then listen to his stream. But when I do that with my stream, I don't hear you guys.
That's what I'm getting at. There's a few little things we gotta look at. Oh, that's cool.
Okay, approach November Delta 375. I was transitioned the Rattenberg NDB heading for Absam, making a procedural descent to 5,000.
November Delta 375. Your approach looking good. Number 2.
Roger, 375.
Speedbird 967, contact tower this frequency, police 7. Speedbird 967, you clear to land, number 1, runway 26. You'll be exiting to your left when able, contact ground this way. I didn't give you the winds, but here they are. Winds are from 0503 knots, no factor. QNH 1009. November Delta 375, you're clear to intercept ILS runway 26, contact tower this frequency, police that way.
Roger. I am cleared for the intercept runway 26 ILS, and we'll call back when fully established. November Delta 375.
You're kidding.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to land. Please remain seated until we are stopped.
Caution, terrain. Caution.
Yeah, the senior I have shows that like a blue glow on the ground too,
Terrain.
from the for the taxi
Caution,
lights,
terrain.
like normally you'd see at an airport.
Caution, terrain.
As it should be, nice.
Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain. Terrain, terrain. Pull up.
Yeah, separation turned out pretty good.
2, 6.
Terrain, terrain. Pull up. Terrain, terrain. Pull up. Caution, terrain.
Yeah, I just got lucky. I'm not actually watching my radar screen. I'm watching the video stream. Oh, sorry.